Hi Chelsea fans, this is a different video today, enforced on me because my video editing software is down, which is great. I've got a problem with it, I can't sort it out, and I need to do this video because it's important. 4 players for £200 million to complete Frank Lampard's summer spending, possibly, and it does not include a goalkeeper. We've seen speculation rife for months now. We've seen all sorts of stories. We've seen all sorts of speculation. We've seen Chelsea fans on social media becoming so frustrated because nothing's happening or seems to be nothing happening. But what you have to remember in situations such as this and the amount of money in the game, even though there's been a coronavirus pandemic and clubs are looking to spend less, we're still trying to negotiate big fees or big deals for these sort of players. Now, if you've missed my video this morning, check it out. There's details on there. Kai Havertz, Thiago Silva, and also Declan Rice. And when I'm talking about big fees, Declan Rice, West Ham want 80 million for him. Chelsea probably won't pay that. 60, 65, yeah, not 80 million. Then there's a Thiago Silva situation with being offered on a free transfer. Is that deal something we should entertain? And then the Kai Havertz reports that featured late yesterday saying wages of £364,000 a week, not confirmed, but being reported across Bild, across the Daily Mail, across other newspapers and the media outlets. Extortionate. Check out that video that's on my channel. I'll link it in the description below once this has been uploaded. As I say, I can't edit anything, so I'm just going to talk to you. It might be a bit of waffle, hopefully it isn't. But these 4 players that we're talking about, with deals becoming quite close. Now, Carefree Youth on Twitter has tweeted out today saying the Chilwell and Havertz deals are progressing. Doesn't mean anything's done and dusted, but that's quite key because they're in the know, they've got some substance behind them. And I want to talk about, obviously, Ben Chilwell and Kai Havertz first as 2 of the 4 signings. So to Ben Chilwell, let's look at the whole situation with Chilwell. First up, Leicester themselves missing out on Champions League football by finishing 5th. That was massive. That has a massive impact and influence on Ben Chilwell's decision. If Leicester had qualified for the Champions League, he would have stayed. He's spoken positively about Leicester, about Brendan Rodgers, enjoys his football, he feels settled there, but they're out of Champions League, they're in the Europa League. Does he want to be Europa League next season, or given the opportunity to come to Chelsea as part of Frank Lampard's project and play Champions League instead? I think we can all answer the question and say Champions League. So Chelsea registered their interest in Ben Chilwell a long time ago. Leicester and Brendan Rodgers in particular stood firm and said they haven't got to sell, they don't want to sell. If the player's then asked to leave, it's different. But they're pushing for the same sort of money that they got for Harry Maguire, old slaphead at Man United, 80 odd million. They're not going to get that from Chelsea. Chelsea won't pay 80 million on a left back. They'll probably look for a structured deal around maybe 60, 65 million with add-ons. And if the player wants to go, Leicester surely have got to accept that. So we saw reports over the course of this week saying that a deal was close or there was a breakthrough between the 2 clubs. You'd imagine the personal terms won't be an issue. So we wait. We sit and wait to find out what's happening with Chilwell. But as Carefree Youth has said, it's progressing well, meaning there will be an end result. So Ben Chilwell's the first of the additional 4 signings, in addition to Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner, of course, to Chilwell around 60 million. That's quite a big number. But someone that Frank wants, identified as his main target at left back. Hopefully that deal will be done either this week, next week, or before the start of the Premier League season. And let's talk about that very quickly. Fixtures were released. We start September the 14th, delayed due to our involvement in the Champions League compared to other teams in the Premier League that weren't involved. To September the 14th, we are playing Brighton away, and our next game is at home to Liverpool. Massive. So let's see if we can get that signing done before the season starts, September the 14th. Bearing in mind the transfer window runs to the end of October. Middle of October, sorry. Can't edit it. Remember, editing software is playing up. So I'm just rambling. So the middle of October is when it needs to be done when the window closes. Chilwell's the first one. So then Kai Havertz. And if you saw my video earlier, just got to sit myself up, you would have seen the extortionate report, the extortionate amount of money, £346,000 a week over 5 years, which equates to around 90 million. It is just ridiculous. And I don't believe it for a second, having thinking about it. Chelsea won't pay that amount of wages and a massive fee. But talking of the fee, there's reports from Jan Arge Fjortoft. Remember the forward who's working over in Germany now? He's tweeted yesterday to say that Chelsea and Leverkusen are becoming closer. Chelsea have offered 85 or a deal worth 85 million euros. Leverkusen want 95. But then today, there's a report I've seen saying Leverkusen are prepared to drop their valuation to somewhere close to Chelsea's. Is that the breakthrough that we need for Kai Havertz as the second signing for Frank Lampard, in addition to the first two that's already in through the door? Kai Havertz, we all know his qualities, we all know what he brings. 80 million maybe pounds for Havertz would take the two signings of Chilwell and Havertz to 140 million. Then, third signing would be Lewis Dunk. Now, I said this morning on the situation with Declan Rice, with West Ham coming out saying that he can go, but for the right money. We've seen reports, I keep saying this, we've seen reports that West Ham need to sell before they can buy. But they want to hold out for as much money as they can for Declan Rice. 80 million, quoted, touted. Chelsea again won't pay 80 million for Declan Rice. They'll look for a cheaper alternative or a structured deal maybe. 60 million plus add-ons over a period of time. That would benefit Chelsea. It will still give West Ham the money. Apparently they've refused. We saw a report last week saying we'd offered a structured deal with 50 up front. Rejected by West Ham. Even though they denied it, Chelsea must have gone in with some sort of a bid, but nothing's happened. They turned it down, and I can't see Chelsea looking at that. So Lewis Dunk has become one of the first of two centre-back alternatives before we heard about Thiago Silva overnight being offered on a free transfer. Let's put Thiago Silva to one side. That was all discussed in the video earlier. Check out my other video. But Lewis Dunk is a natural leader. He's a physical, powerful centre-back. He's a real presence. And if you look at West Ham and Brighton and their situations, and I don't mean any disrespect to the two, West Ham could probably turn down a £40 million bid. Well, as I said, it's reported Chelsea offered 50 and they turned it down. Can Brighton do the same thing? So if Lewis Dunk, 28-year-old Lewis Dunk, he's got at least 4 to 5 years left in him in the Premier League. If Chelsea offered Brighton 40 million, could they turn that down? Would they be able to turn that down or be in a position to do so? I'm not so sure that they could. Well, they could probably reinvest that in two players for their squad to bolster the options in their squad. Dunk is their captain. That's the problem. So, Chelsea, it seems they've identified Dunk as the alternative to Declan Rice, again before Silva. And you'd expect that if Chelsea want him, they'll go in with 40 million straight away. Brighton might try and hold out for more, but are they in a position to do so? So Lewis Dunk could be the third signing, in addition to the other two through the door. And his money, 40 million, would take it up to 180 million. The fourth signing is going to cause controversy, John Stones. Now, at the moment, there are reports that Chelsea could potentially look at a loan deal from Man City first before they are willing to pay the money. It's almost as if a try before you buy situation. And I think I would be much more comfortable with that. And I think a lot of Chelsea fans would, based on the fact that he's not the best centre-back in the country. He's rated highly as a footballing centre-back. He's got a footballing brain. As far as the defensive side of his game, I'm not sold on him. I really am. I'm someone that I don't think he's defensively what we need. If you played Lewis Dunk and John Stones and you signed Silva on a free, put Silva in the middle of the two of them, it'll work because Silva would organise and talk. But John Stones as a loan deal or as a signing for 20 million, at that money, can you turn that offer? Could you turn that down? Could you turn your nose up at something like that down? Bearing in mind he was a starting centre-back in the World Cup. You'd have to ask yourself the question, is that 20 million something we should do? Maybe. Bolsters the English contingent within the squad, which we all know, along with Chilwell and Dunk for that matter. And I just wonder. I wonder if Chelsea will entertain that idea. But if they did, and they wanted to sign John Stones on a permanent deal off the bat, 20 million, taking the total spend to 200 million on those 4 players. And again, it does not include the goalkeeper. So what do you think about these 4 players and the rumours and the speculation, with it looking as though the first 2 deals out of those 4 will be done in the next week or 2, and that's Chilwell and Havertz, with the other 2 to follow? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash the like button for me, then subscribe to the channel. Make sure, again, put all your comments in the comments section below. Apologies, this is not an edited video. I've got problems with my editing software. So it's just me, uncut, unedited, no gimmicks, just me talking to you. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, smash the like button for me. Oh, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. See you all tomorrow.